screen. You said what now? Say what you mean. Whole chat yelling, run that back. One thing about Angie, she coming with facts. Don't switch up, don't play that game. Don't you dare lie on her name. And no lean in the back like, baby, please. She been up all night digging through receipts. You were talking real loud just a minute ago. Now the screenshot's out and you moving real slow. Date at the top and the time down below. She got the whole story, so where you gonna go? Zoom that in, read that line. Same little lie for the fifth damn time. You can delete it, but the internet saved it. And everybody watching while you tried to explain it. She got folders, she got notes, she got voice clips, texts, and quotes. You can cry, you can yell, you can call it unfair, but Angie got the proof sitting right over there. Hold up, pause that. Who said that? Who? Run it back. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Zoom in, there it is. There it is. Caught again. Angie uploaded, pull up the screen. You said what now? Say what you mean. Whole chat yelling, run that back. One thing about Angie, she coming with facts. Don't switch up, don't play that game. Don't you dare lie on her name. And lean in the back like, baby, please. I know you're lying. She been up all night digging through receipts. Now Aunt Lurling done found her glasses. Phone on speaker digging through the messages. Said, baby, I don't know nothing about no cloud, but I found what you posted and I printed it out. Gotta stack this high by the rocking chair. Half the neighborhood know what happened in there. She said, tell that child they better come correct. And pulled out another screenshot from a text. She don't know TikTok, she don't know strings, but she know when somebody lying through their teeth. Till the cows come home, she staying on her case with a photo full of proof and that look on her face, and that's the truth. Run it back, zoom it in, read it slow. There it is. Say it once, say it twice. Keep on lying. Pay the price. Screenshots, dates and names. Don't you dare lie on her name. Don't 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 lie on her name. Angie uploaded, pull up the screen. You said what now? Say what you mean. Whole chat yelling, run that back. One thing about Angie, she coming with facts. Don't switch up, don't play that game. Don't you dare lie on her name. And her lean in the back like, baby, please. You should've known better. Known better. Angie uploaded, pull up the screen. You said what now? Say what you mean. Whole chat yelling, run that back. One thing about Angie, she coming with facts. Run it back. Zoom it in, run it back. Run it back. There it is. Caught again. Angie uploaded. Angie uploaded. Angie uploaded. Angie uploaded. Yeah. Go ahead and hit play.
What up, everybody? Can you hear me? I just need to know that I can be heard, that all the audio is okay, because, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute. So can you hear me? Yeah. No echo. We're good. We're okay. Okay. How the hell are you? It's been a while. My name is Angie, if you didn't know, and this is Angie Uploaded. First damn thing in the morning. What up, everybody? So good morning, Melissa. First in the house. Neon. Glatty, good morning. Boo. Let's see. I saw bees. Good morning, Beezer. David, good morning. Good morning. Okay, and we know how it is over here. People trickle in. They like to go look and see what's going on. And when they find out that this is where it's at, they just come back here. So, yeah, all I ask is that if you come by, you tap that like button and, yeah, say hi. Do something. Hey, Chubby. Good to see you, bud. Let's see. Was 80s, 90s last week? Looks like 60s, 70s this week. Huh? Oh. I guess it's temperature. I was like, we having an 80s, 90s week? Where's it at? Did I miss it? You got to overlook me, y'all. You got to overlook me. Okay. So, it is no secret that I have not been here. Yep. And I'm not really gonna good morning, curious cat. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your asses. You're too smart for that. So I'm just gonna just let you know. Okay, I believe that I've covered that. I have a visitor called Perry. Okay, I'm not so sure about her. And if you don't know, that's perimenopause. And I'm not used to her being around. And yeah, she's rocking my world. I'm just gonna say that. So yeah, there will be a doctor's visit sometime in my future, near future. Yeah, I'm having about, I don't know, 50, 60 hot flashes a day. This is not I'm not happy. So therefore I'm not sleeping good. And we already know that, I have depression, blah, 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 blah. So you put it all together and you just have a very sad Angie Uploaded. Okay. And we don't want a sad Angie Uploaded. So we're going to try to fix that. And that's where we are. That's all it is. It's just a melting pot of things. I could add a little dash of this, a little dash of that, and it just became a perfect storm for me to say, pull the cover over my head and say, I'm not doing this. But I had a conversation with somebody, and it was very unexpected for me. Now I know people have told me this, and it's no discredit to the others who have said this. It just hit a little bit different when this person said it. Excuse me. They said, you know what? I miss you going live in the morning. I miss having that familiar voice that I know if I turn you on, you're going to be there. And if I'm at work already, then people know not to disturb me during that time if my earbuds are in that. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. So I never see her in the chat, in which it's a good thing, because it is family. It just shocked me because I didn't know that she listened to me, and it just made me feel good, And it's no discredit to anybody else that has said it. It just, sometimes people say things to make you feel better, and I genuinely felt that she meant that. So it I don't know. It just hit a little different. So I'm going to do my best. I will commit to 3 days a week. If I do more, then I do more. I don't want to say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't want to, I don't want to do that. I know it's hard not to have say, I'm going to commit to this, and these are my days, and that's the way it's going to work. I can't do that. Because when I wake up in the morning, it's going to depend on that. So, but I will tell you that 3 days out of each week, I will be here. I just can't tell you which ones. So let's see. My wife has either Perry or is going through Mina Hill. It can be 75, and she puts a hoodie on with 2 layers of clothes. I am telling you, I don't know what, you'd see people going around like this. Hold on. Yes, and I'm even carrying my little fan around. I'd see people do that. I'm flashing and and y'all, I can't, y'all. I can't explain it, but it's horrible, and my whole attitude is changing. It's like I'm becoming meaner I don't want to be meaner. I don't want to be a recluse. I don't want to be meaner. But then sometimes I feel like if I'm not being a recluse, then I may say something I don't need to or don't want to. You know what I mean? It's like, so I'm just going to I'm going to be a walking disclaimer, just on my forehead, proceed with caution. I might mean it when I say it, but I don't have the ability to hold it back at the moment. It's coming out. It's in the here. It's coming out here. That's what's happening. Very, very much so. So, you may see a totally different Angie. You may see a side of Angie that you don't like, or you may see a side of Angie that you wish you'd have seen all along. I don't know. But at the moment, I don't give a shit. I don't. Good morning, Matt. Let's see. Do what makes you feel comfortable. Eliminate Fridays. It's the only day. Well, see, it's easier for me to stream on the days where I work from home, which is Monday and Friday. So I don't know. It's the other three. It's like I got to pull at least one of those out of the hat, But Bees and I still on. Y'all can come out and play. If y'all want to, Chubby, y'all can come out and play. I'm telling you, it's a whole different feeling. So, okay, let me tell you where, before I left, I was going on vacation, right? So, it's been a minute. So I got myself playing over on the YouTube side, and I can see myself. And I never realized I talk with my hands as much as I do right in this moment. It's like I'm looking at myself, and that's all I see are hands going. I'm very self-aware at the moment. I had a pen somewhere. Anyway, good morning, Brantley. So good to see you, baby doll. Oh, I am glad that you guys did not forget about me. I know in YouTube world, that's a lot. You miss a little bit, and people, they'll move on quickly. They will. So I was worried about that, but also too, YouTube still has not responded to my application for a reapplication. So there's that. Okay, we're still there. We're still waiting on YouTube to respond to my remonetization request. Tell me how that's a thing. I even reached out to them on Twitter, X, whatever, tag them Team YouTube. I think I've told this. People have shared, people have done the things. I don't get it. It's either a yes or a no. You know what I mean? I've tried tiptoeing into other platforms to get it ready, just in case I got to pivot. I've got to do something. I mean, when somebody's done everything that you can do, and then you still, just because, I'm not a king star or something, I deserve an answer. And actually, I deserve my monetization back. Just saying. But yeah, so if you were wondering, there it is. We do have the Janky TTS available. That is the only way I get anything around here. No pressure, none of that. No, just saying that's how it's working around here, because they still have yet to answer me. I saw something. Good morning, Lady Wombat. It's so good to see you. Chaos Kiwi. You didn't send me no. I barely got ass in seat ready to go. I'm sorry, y'all. And I don't know. Yeah, you might want to undo the bell on for notifications, y'all, and retap it again, or unsubscribe and resubscribe and do the bell again. I don't know. I got the notification. Yeah. So I said I got the notification. That was cash. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna have to check into that. Because normally I get my own notification. Yeah, but even with, I mean, well, I've got 8,000 hours now, but even with that, I was, I had already submitted the application for, before they changed it. They can't do something and move the goalpost. It's like, I mean, I guess they can do what they want, but I mean, I've got those regardless if that's what they're doing. So, all right, good deal, bees. You got one about to knock out. Wanted to say, hope you have a great stream and welcome back. Thank you, Pirate. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So anyway, before I was so this a couple of these notes are going to go back, but I wanted to say something, and these two people could be fine by now. I don't know, but it hit me a little way, and I just wanted to throw something out there. When I was on vacation and stuff, I didn't watch anything. I'm not just saying locale. I didn't watch anything when I was on actual vacation, and we'll talk about what I did in a minute. But before I left, there was an issue with Fupa talking about Rocky BB's disability, husband, kids. I mean, it was disgusting, right? And it hit me. It's like, what the hell did she think she was doing coming after a viewer? And I know that Rocky, can be in dockets or whatever Rocky wants to do. But why did she feel like that was okay? I'm sorry. First of all, I think you have to, there's a fine line when you're talking about a viewer, when you're going after somebody, a Discord member, whatever. But talking about disabilities, husbands, children, just do better. And I would say a whole lot. I would go on a note on all of this, but I still felt like I wanted to say something, even though this was an old note. You don't do that shit. I know you have to search from the deep within, Fupa, but you got to find some class somewhere, honey. That ain't it. I don't care how pissed off a viewer gets you. That's your job, is to invoke something, an emotion from your chat. And just because it's not what you want, or you choose to engage in a back and forth and you're losing, and then you pull out the family and disabilities and all of that, that's fucked up. So just do better. I mean, and it was right off the heels of, all of that recording mess and shit. Yeah, it was just a big thing that and I wasn't going to let it go. I'm like, you know what? Time has passed. You can let it go, Angie. No, I'm not letting it go. I still felt like I wanted to say something on it. It probably, would have been more. I probably would have had a lot more to say. But just know that you don't do that. You come up here on a stream, you do your job, you do whatever it is you do to pull emotion, a response, you want them to interact with you, good or bad. That is your job. You can't then, if you're losing in a back and forth because you chose to make it a back and forth as a host, then attack somebody, on the below the belt line. You can't do it. So, now, keep in mind that some of these notes have been a minute, but some of these things I'm not going to let go. Oh, this wasn't on. No, I don't know if she's posting on her own channel. This was not on her channel. This was on this was a locale channel. But I don't know if she's posting on there. So, but no, this was on a locale channel that I'm talking about. Does anybody remember? Now, it would have been a couple weeks back. Him saying that he is, let me just quote, "I am better than all of you, but I don't act like it." Does anybody remember Keemstar saying, "I am better than all of you, but I don't act like it"? Making that statement, Keemstar, is acting like it. Keem, you are not better than anybody else. You're better off. That's it. You're not better. Understand there's a difference, Keemstar, between being better and better off. You're not better than anybody else. And then you saying you don't act like it. You just did when you made the statement. I about fell out in the floor when I heard that come out of your mouth, because I know how you feel. You do. You feel like you're better than everybody else. Everybody is beneath you. However, you did make hold on, we'll talk about a bitch list in a minute. But did anybody hear him say that? Say that he thought that, or him say that he was better than I'm better than all of you. I just don't act like it. I have never if I could have ever slapped somebody right in the damn throat, it would have been at that moment. I'm sorry, money don't make you. It buys you pretty things. It gets you bills paid. You know what I mean? But you can still be a shit person with or without money. Don't be a shit person, Keemstar. Couldn't believe that come out of his mouth. I am better than all of you. I just don't act like it. You are not better than me. And I am not better than anybody. Bitch, you're better off than I am. That's what you are. And then he was talking about something, what was it? People having it or not having it, or, some people get lucky. Some people get found out on the internet by saying, having a whole ass crash out using a few of the words you shouldn't use, and then it goes viral. How does that equate to you being better than everybody? Keemstar, you had a moment in time that had X not happened, Y and Z wouldn't have happened. Now, if you would still, your words, the farmer's kid and X never happened, would you be better than everybody? I think you need to learn that you have all these people that look up to you, that work for you, that do all the things, and then you say some bullshit like that. It's okay to have confidence. There ain't shit wrong with confidence. Hell, I think you got to have confidence to come up in front of the whole entire world. Now, whether they click in, that's a different story. But here, I think you have to have a little bit of confidence to do that. But I think there's a such thing as overconfident. I think that's when it leads into narcissism, which we already know you have. So, yeah. You got lucky, Keemstar. And there's nothing wrong with that. But just don't then say, I'm better than all of you. Yeah, you're not. Sorry, you're not. Even Pepperidge Farms, remember. And that's what it is. It's like, he got lucky. Had this one thing never happen, would anything else have happened? Would he have streamed and streamed and streamed and grinding? Did the grind? I don't know. Sometimes, though, I think he needs a reality check. But he's done this so long, nothing affects him. He's very unaffected by anything people say. So, but just know, you're not better than anybody. You're better off. And I'm going to leave that there. So, it just blew my mind when he said that. I mean, like, did y'all hear? And I'm going to butcher her last name. I know I am. Did y'all hear that Hayden Panettiere passed away? Like, I was pulling up my computer this morning and looking at things, and it was like, holy shit. So, Hayden Panettiere, she was on in Remember the Titans with Denzel, and I know she was on like Nashville, that show Nashville, and she was 36, but it says Nashville actress Hayden Panettiere died. Her representative confirmed she was 36. Circumstances surrounding her death were not immediately made available. It is with profound sadness that we share the tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and a force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her, and to the millions who watched her on screen, her rep said in a statement. So this... So this is Hayden. If you didn't know her by name, this is her. Yeah, she was in the Bring It Ons, and seems like she was that her in... No, that was... Who was the one in Twilight? The Twilight movies? Was that her? My mind is acting crazy right now, but let's see. The New York The New York native began acting at a young age. She was cast in One Life to Live, which I used to watch that, but I don't remember her being on there. Anyway, she found fame with a starring role alongside Denzel Washington in Remember the Titans. It was at age of 15 when Panettiere remembered being offered happy pills in her opioid addiction and alcohol began. I wonder, is that what they're linking this to? Like I said, I have not. I mean, I just found this out like minutes before I went live. Panettiere noted that as her career skyrocketed, she was drinking and occasionally taking pills. As I got older, the drugs and alcohol became something I almost couldn't live without, she admitted. So why are they throwing that back to that? I remember now, I do remember, she had her daughter, and I remember she signed over the custody because it's talking about that here. I do remember when that happened. That's insane. Okay. Well, yeah, she had lost. Yeah, I remember the custody thing, Brantley. And I don't know. I'm just, my mind is blown, but why are they talking about, making a big deal about that in this article? You know what I mean? About the addiction and the alcohol and all of that. All right, let me stop sharing there. It blew my mind. 36 years old and, had the world at her just, but it was the same, like when Brittany Murphy passed away. That one blew my mind. Heath Ledger as well, but I don't know if anything has changed since this was posted. I don't know if the cause of death. It just makes me wonder why they threw that back. If I'm announcing or I'm giving a story, okay. It says that nothing has been offered on her death, like as how she passed away. So if I'm doing a story, why would I lead the audience to believe that it had something to do with alcohol or drugs? Right? Like that's it. That's kind of leading to me, Where am I going? I can't throw my notes over there. I'm still reading my notes. That wasn't part of my notes. Drama does sell, but good Lord. I mean, it just, I don't know. I think it's very tacky. Very tacky. But anyway, well, rest in peace, youngin'. I don't know. It's sad, and now her daughter has to grow up. She probably still had questions about, why she gave up custody of her, things like that. And she may never get her answers, or maybe it did answer everything. I mean, we don't know how she passed away. So yeah, it's gonna take a while, but I'm just wondering, usually they say no foul play suspected, I mean, we don't even know, right? Like, I don't know. It is just sad. It's just one of those, though, that it's like when I read about, I've had so much death in my life. And then also, you know, celebrity deaths and things like that. Not many like, oh my God, you know, like Paul Walker, like, oh my God, that shocked me. Heath Ledger, oh my God, that shocked me. This is one of those I'm like, oh my God, I'm shocked. Especially when they are so young. But I guess that it just shows you, money doesn't stop the bad things. Like I said, you can buy a lot of pretty things. You can pay your bills. But when the Reaper comes knocking, it's your time. It's you're punching your clock. Robin Williams, thank you, Savage Cut. Yes. Sorry. Oh, Kobe Bryant and his daughter. Oh my God, that was a beyond shocker. That was one of those I cried. It was so heart-wrenching. It was horrible. That one hit on a different level too, like a different from the rest of them type level. Yeah, so I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be checking out to see if they come up with anything. But anyway, because people are gonna be looking. I just had it pulled up. I was just double checking. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop looking at that. I will jump into rabbit holes, and this is how it happens. Did y'all know? Have y'all heard of the Mandela effect? Okay. So I don't know. Okay. This is more of a United States thing, I would think. I don't know yet, but maybe, I don't know. Do y'all remember back in the day where there was Ed McMahon and the Publishers Clearinghouse? Put a 1 in this chat if you remember Ed McMahon and the Publishers Clearinghouse. And he comes to the house with the big check and all the things. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. Right? Everybody wanted Uncle Ed McMahon to come visit and bring the big check. Okay. Did you know that never happened? Did you know that Ed McMahon was never part of the Publishers Clearinghouse? He was never on a commercial. He was never on the envelope. Did you know that? I was like, bullshit. But go find him. Go find him on the thing. On the damn, I'm watching the YouTube side. I'm way behind. Yeah. You can't. Now, since the Mandela effect thing has come out on this, you may be able to find something now. But here's the thing. Okay, I remember TV shows. There was an episode of Roseanne. There was an episode of The Golden Girls where Sophia is playing a trick on Rose and calls and says, this is Ed McMahon. You've just won blah, blah, blah with the Publishers Clearinghouse. And Rose goes, oh my God, Ed McMahon, I've won. Leave my ticket to So you're telling me, internet people, whoever's trying to make us, people of a certain age feel like we're losing our minds. So you mean to tell me that these TV shows that we can pull clips of and prove got it wrong too? No, no. Shut up, Jody. You're crazy. Don't y'all think that's crazy though? You can't. There's been statements have been issued. It's like the whole internet has been scrubbed, at least pre Mandela effect accusations of it. Well, damn, you pulled him out of the woodwork, Chubby. Look at there. Good morning, Fuzz. Oops. Oh, y'all. So, in Men's Journal, Hayden Panettiere said Dr. warned she'd be dead within 5 years if she didn't stop drinking. And then it goes in talking, she talks again about alcoholism and all the things. Months before her sudden death at 36, Hayden Panettiere opened up about one of the darkest periods of her life. In a memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning, the actress recalled a doctor giving her a terrifying warning about her drinking. If she didn't stop, she could be dead within 5 years. Panettiere died on Sunday at 36. Her cause of death has not been publicly disclosed. There is no indication that the doctor's warning was related to her death. At least say something like that. Now, okay, if you're going to lead into something, at least say something like that. So good for you, Men's Journal. Okay. Anyway, that was popped up while I was looking for the Mandela effect on Ed McMahon. Damn it. I've got things going on here. I have got to know. So it says that Ed McMahon never worked for a publisher's clearinghouse despite popular belief. McMahon was a spokesperson for a different sweepstakes company called American Family Publishers. The confusion may stem from pop culture references that incorrectly associates McMahon with delivering large checks for Publishers Clearinghouse. Damn it, how can everybody be wrong? It's like, it makes you think, rethink your whole damn childhood. But it says that Ed McMahon and Dick Clark both worked for American Family Publishers, filming commercials for the company, though delivering prizes wasn't part of their job. Neither ever worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. So they Mandela done got us again. Damn it. Good morning, Bilal. This mofo bed on my neck. Well, I'm glad you've been watching. Thank you for saying hello. Sorry. Sometimes I just have to take a minute for just breathe. Like, holy shit. But think about it. Because if you remember that in your childhood, you're wrong. And I'm one of those, if you tell me wrong, I'm going to prove you right. I'm going to prove that I'm right. But it's over the internet right now. If y'all go look, they're talking about the Mandela effect of it. And I'm like, hell no. But then I remember that episode of Roseanne because in college I had to pick an old sitcom and I had to do a report, do a stand up. I had to do some production stuff anyway, regarding the thing. But mine was Roseanne. I picked Roseanne. And I remember that episode where they talked about Ed McMahon showing up with the check and all this. And I also remember very, very clearly the Golden Girls episode of them talking about it. So, but yeah, never happened. Just so you know. Never happened. But even if AFP had big sweepstakes or whatever, everybody feels like they remember it being the Publishers Clearinghouse. You know, and Ed McMahon coming with the check. Now I remember the other guy that kind of looks like I don't know what's his name. He kind of reminds me of George Hamilton a little bit. The guy that they said is, hold on, I quit. I'm done. I would rather live with the lies of my childhood. I know, Cosmic. Like, you know what? Just stop doing this to his internet. Just stop. Stop doing the internet-y things. Quit ruining our freaking lives, man. Okay. Trying to work. Trying to figure out how to word that so I can get it. All right, let me just go to the Googs. Let's see. I'm trying to find the guy that actually there's a face for it, a man. And I'm trying to find the dude, but when you pull it up, it only shows everybody talking about it and it's showing Ed McMahon's face. But I'm trying to find that. Anyway, he reminds me kind of a little bit of a George Hamilton type man. I remember him too. But, I thought he came after. This is how my memory is working with this. It was Ed McMahon, then this other dude started. I know. It's bad. And see, I fall into rabbit holes like this. And when I get to the end of it, I've accomplished nothing. It's really, what does it mean? But I will fall into these types of traps every damn time. So, sorry, one second. Okay. The other day, I sat down and I told my son, I said, I'm going to bite the bullet. He said, what do you mean? I said, I'm going to watch the EDP documentary. And he said, well, you want to watch it together? I said, sure, let's watch it together. Okay, I was so not prepared for, I mean, it was the documentary as far as being put together in production, it was great. The documentary was superb as far, with Mike Klum, what he did with it was very well put together. But some of the nastiest stuff was talked about, and I'm sitting now. Granted, my son's an adult, okay, so it became a little like I just wanted to hide my face, and he's laughing, and I'm like, no, 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 no. But we got through it. Or I got through it. He was laughing the whole time at me, not at what was being said on there, but he was laughing at me. And so, I'm watching it, and we are. Hold on, guys. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. All right, so on Reddit, it says, "Smoking gun 100% proof Ed McMahon did work for Publishers Clearinghouse. Watch Carson hand Letterman a check." So I'm sure that's Johnny Carson and David Letterman. Watch Carson hand Letterman a check with the words Publishers Clearinghouse at the top of the check. He said, "Ed would have been here to give it to you, but he's vacationing with a member of the female species." And then they posted a video, and the video has been taken down. Is that what I'm understanding? That now that the video has been removed. So there was a video on Reddit, and it said at the 1 minute, 10 second mark, and the video has been taken down. I mean, why, here's the thing. And thank you for sending that to me, Base. Why would it matter? What are they trying to make us all feel, the ones that live through it, make us feel like we're crazy? That's the thing. What does it matter? But I know what I know what I know, and then all of these older TV shows that showed reference to it. They aren't gonna lie to me. I know, right? It makes you feel like they're lying. We all remember it. Yeah, I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper. Not right now. Not right now, of course. But thank you for sending that to me, Base. I do appreciate that. Okay, let's see. I watched it with my adult son too. Curious Cat, you watched it with your son too. Okay, so this EDP documentary, if you haven't seen it, I would definitely watch it. Just know that some of the stuff is talked about is disgusting. Well, I'll just say that. And my kid, not calling my kid, he's an adult, but he's my kid. He was laughing at me, and so I'm cringing over there. But in the documentary, EDP has a bitch list. So he dresses up, and he's like in a suit, and he's got this long pointer stick, and he's got people on his bitch list. He's pointing them out. And let's see, Keemstar was on the bitch list. let's see, Asmongold, Aiden Ross, Destiny, Penguin, Charlie, whatever, XQC, Ethan Klein, Hassan, Mudahar. I didn't get them all, but those are the ones I was jotting them down from memory. But I was, but in the documentary, Keem was what he did get to say a few words. Boogie got to say a few words. Wings got to say a few words, or what, and as well as the a few of the rest of the people. I believe Mudahar was on there. I know that Penguin, Charlie, whatever, he was on there, but they were so they talked about Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen is in the documentary. Anyway, it is. I wonder where it's at now, because when I watched it, it was 4 days uploaded and it was at 4.5 million views. Let's see where it's at now. But and I'm not sure if I'm sure all of you have heard of EDP, right? But if you don't know a lot about his history, just kind of heard, his name, it's definitely worth the watch. Just remember what I told you. Okay, so now it's been uploaded for 7 days and it has 5.2 million views. And this is the same guy that did the documentary on Boogie. So Mike, and I believe that he asked, didn't he ask Copper Cap to be his next person of interest, I guess. So yeah, 2 years ago, Mike Klum did The Dark, Sad Life of Boogie 2988. And then now it is The Sick Mind of EDP 445. I never knew what EDP stood for until I watched the documentary. Now, I may be a little late on that one, okay? Everybody may have known it. I didn't know it until I watched the documentary. Copper Cab is not answering Mike's calls. Well, I can tell you that he does a good job. Mike does a good job with his documentaries. So I guess, if you were ever going to do one, it could, I think you have a lot of creative control over this. And in the documentary, it said that he had been, after following EDP for 2 years. So, and I believe he did the same with Boogie, that he puts the time and then he talks to all these people. So it's not just a thrown together type thing. So, yeah, I honestly thought it stood eating that pie. So real quick thing here. If you don't know what EDP stands for, when he was thinking about coming up with a YouTube handle, his username or whatever, he had just watched some corn on the hubs, and he wanted his name to be Eat That P. Well, it turned into EDP, and then he explained the numbers. I can't remember where the numbers came from, but anyway, he explained those too. So that's what EDP stands for, if you didn't know. I didn't know. I had never thought about the dude enough to care, except that, he tried to, I remember he tried to meet up with an underage girl, and then it was a sting operation. Adam Rosen, was he the first one to do it? I think so. Anyway, Adam Rosen was part of it. The sting was botched like twice. They couldn't prosecute or something like that. Anyway, in the documentary, I'm not saying the word chubby scorpion. No. And you can't make me. So if you watch the first year of Locale, Boogie missed a week to be in the EDP doc and even ate McDonald's with EDP with Mike filming. I remember I didn't watch the whole first year. I watched I believe I came in the first year, like as a viewer before it became what it is. It seems like I remember some of that era, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, oh my God, what was I talking about? I was talking about something else. See, Perry. It's either Perry or I'm getting just old as hell. I don't know. I can be talking mid-sentence and be like, what the hell was I talking about? I know I was talking about EDP, but well, anyway, and then, okay, so Adam Rosen, you know, he's like, catches people, preds, you know. You have to be so careful with words. And then some words I just don't say, chubby scorpion. Thank you. No, that word is gross. It sounds gross. You know, like the word MOIST, how it sounds gross. That P word sounds gross too. I don't care. I don't care. It just does. Chaos Kiwi, that will cost you a coffee. That's what, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. Yeah. Okay. It gives me the shivers, y'all. Y'all know what the shivers are? You know, sometimes like when you hear something, it makes you just go cringe. That's the shivers. It's like when you eat too much cheese. I get the shivers when I eat. If I eat cheese, because I love to take, you know, a cut off a piece of sharp cheddar cheese and just eat it like that. But when you eat too much cheese, it just starts tasting horrible. And then it just makes you go, that's the shivers. You said you have to read those unless it's TOS. Yes, that is janky TTS. I have to read them. But I don't have one to read. So, and I don't like saying that word. So there's that. It's gross. Unless you're talking about, you know, using it as a noun. You're calling somebody that. Like, you know, what up, you up, that thing. But when you're talking about it in a female type situation, it's like, no, it's disgusting, it's gross. No. Chubby Scorpion eats Limburger cheese. I will say that. See? You better not, Chubby Scorpion. I don't like that word. Okay. Well, moving on. Let's move on. So while I was on vacation, Stormy can't dance. Yes, in that reference, that see, like you can talk about it as in cats, like, or calling somebody that, but when you're actually talking about that, it's gross for me. It just doesn't. It makes I want to tick. It makes my head want to, it's like, yes, okay. I know I jumped, but I just saw something. It was then Gideon. Yes, I remember that. That was part of it. My mind was going everywhere at that moment. Anyway, if you haven't seen the documentary, I highly suggest it. Just remember what I told you. Baser. Don't be giving him ideas. That's disgusting. I'm gonna have to disclaim this. I'm gonna have to. I have family that watches this channel. This is a, I've got hundreds and hundreds of people that watch me every morning. Y'all look at the number. I'm telling y'all. It's hundreds. And I have family. And, I can't be on here saying things like that. Damn it. That is gross, though. That is gross. That is all. All right. Good morning. Reaction, reviews, and moves. Joseph Media, good morning. Anyway, so Perez Hilton. Now that happened while I was on vacation. Now I did watch the video. I've seen the video of Perez Hilton. If you are like, you had to been under a rock not to heard about this, because I'm coming in late with a lot of stuff because I've been gone. And you're killing me. I have 21 people watching, and you just took one out, Fuzz. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all killing me. Okay, anyway, Perez Hilton. Now, back in the day, Perez Hilton was the go-to guy for all of your celebrity gossip. He actually, I remember this, might as well say he outed Neil Patrick Harris before Neil Patrick Harris ever came out as being gay. Perez Hilton was pushing it out there. So Neil Patrick Harris felt like that he had to go ahead and let it out. He completely went after Britney Spears. I remember that as well. Like, Britney could not move without Perez Hilton writing something. He even said, I remember at some point in time that it was during his I'm sorry, his apology tour to the world. When he found himself or whatever. Oh God. Oh, God. Okay. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Cosmic Blues. I do. Thank you for 3 coffees. Glad you are back, Angie. I overslept almost every day because I didn't get up to watch you. Oh, well, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Yes, and moving on. Uh, no, I appreciate that, Cosmic, really. I also have another coffee. You realize you're making me say this for 1 coffee, right? Now, I realize what you've done before, and I appreciate that. That doesn't negate the fact that I'm doing this for 1 coffee. Okay. If y'all do not know the game that we play here, it is called Janky TTS. And the way it works is that you click the link. I've got it pinned, or, the mods drop it every once in a while to buy me a coffee, because YouTube will not respond to my reapplication for monetization. Anyway, so the way we play it is I have to read whatever it is. When you buy the coffee, you get to say something and it comes up. And so I have to read whatever you say, as long as it's not against TOS. And so Mr. Chubby Scorpion here has decided to to send me a coffee. So here we go. Chubby Scorpion with the coffee. Eat that pussy, eat that pussy, eat that pussy. There you go. Thank you, Chubby Scorpion, for the coffee. I appreciate it. All right, let's go. Okay. I had to figure out if I'm on it. We're moving on. Okay. I guess you got me, though. I said you can't make me, and you sure did. So good on you. Gross. All right. Let's see. Yes, I did talk about Hayden Panettiere a little earlier. That's very mind-blowing for me. Broke my heart. They keep leading to this alcoholism thing, or her drinking, and the doctor said she would be dead within 5 years. That's very interesting. Most of the articles I'm reading are bringing up this drinking and happy pills type thing, so, but there's no cause of death yet. So it's very leading in the way that they're doing that. I mean, we don't know what happened yet. So, but every article I'm reading keeps referencing. So, who is she? Who is Hayden Panettiere? She played in Remember the Titans and Heroes. And all right, I'll show a quick picture. Again. Thought you were watching. Here she is. Here's Hayden Panettiere. She was in a lot of things. There she is. There's a better picture of where you can. She's been acting since she was very young. Yeah. The young girl in the Titans. Mm-hmm. And she played in Bring It On. I can't remember which one or ones, but I know she was in one of them at least. And then she was on that, so she was in Scream, and I know Nashville. She was on that show Nashville and Heroes. But she's been in a lot of things. Honestly, let me see. Let me stop sharing just a second. Let me see what her actual thing is. Then we'll go back to Perez. Why did that do that? Okay, so she was in Nashville. Well, let's see. Is anything on this page that will dox me? Or... No. Okay. So I'll just show up. All right, here it is. So, Nashville Heroes, Bring It On, All or Nothing, I Love You, Beth Cooper, Remember the Titans, Scream 4. Well, that was 6. 4. Ice Princess, Amber Alert, Malcolm in the Middle, Raising Helen. I love that show or that movie. So see, she was in a lot of things. But I always remember her as, I guess because of her age, I just remember her playing like a child or a teenager and stuff. So yeah, that's her. Crazy. I thought she was the one that played in. Who was the girl that played in Twilight? She was not one of the main. Jane. She played Jane. Who's the one that played Jane? Dakota Fanning. Okay. That's the all right. I kept getting microphone here. I kept getting Hayden Panettiere and Dakota Fanning mixed up in my head. Because Dakota Fanning's been playing since she was young too, because she was also in a movie with Denzel. The one where they go to kidnap her and he ends up giving his life for her to be saved. Oh my God, I love that movie. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's so good. It is so good. Hey, gossip. How are you? Yeah, if y'all have not seen that movie with Dakota Fanning and Denzel Washington, that is a movie you must see. It's a must see. It is so good. She calls him Creasy, I think. Man on Fire. That's the name of the movie. That is a great movie. And he plays John Creasy. And she calls him Creasy. Anyway, it's such a good movie. But I was getting her and Hayden Panettiere mixed up in my head. I kept thinking that she played in Twilight. And I was like, no, So, anyways, Dakota Fanning. Sorry. You know, you got to roll with me here because I go in these. See, that's when it pays to have a co-host to bounce off of, or when I'm sitting here and I get in my little rabbit holes and I can't get out of my own brain and I have to figure it out before I can move on. See, a co-host could be talking to you, but no, I have to sit here and I'm like, nope, I've got to figure it out, and you're going on the ride with me. And even when we reached the destination, did it really matter? Probably not. Probably not. Yes, I love Dakota Fanning. I do. I think her sister's good too, her little sister. And then there's that other one. I'll get to Perez Hilton soon, but she has a weird name. Oh God. What is that girl's name? What is that girl with the weird name? But she kind of makes you think about Dakota Fanning and Hayden Panettiere. She does have a weird name. And she did a movie. You know, I grew up in Alabama, but I'm from Georgia. And she was part of a movie that they made right there where I was from. They made it in the car wash. It was like a horror. Might have been more Purge-ish movie. Yep, here we go again. I'm here. Y'all are here for the ride. Buckle up, because I'm gonna figure out her name if somebody doesn't help me like right now. Oh. You have the best day at work. The dogs woke me up to use the restroom. It's only 4 here. I know. Ugh. But somebody told me that it actually helped them and made their day for them to click on and hear my voice this early in the morning, because it's familiar and made them feel better. So that made me feel good. So I'm going to try to be here for y'all. I'm going to try, y'all. I'm trying my best. Dang it. I'm trying. What actress are you talking about? If I knew, this would not be happening. She's got like blonde hair, and she has a very, hold on. Chloe. I think. Chloe. And then the weird name. Chloe. No, I think it's Chloe. Chloe Grace Moritz. That's her. Y'all know who I'm talking about? I bet you will in a minute when I show you a picture. Okay, make sure I'm not doxing myself. No. Okay. This is Chloe. So I think about her too. Here she is. So this is Chloe Grace Moritz. And it's like, I think she's called like Chloe. You never say her name like Chloe. It's like Chloe Grace Moritz. That's why the weird name thing was like coming up. But y'all see her. She's in a lot of things too. But I think about her as well because she played in things younger, and then we've kind of watched her grow some as well. So, oh, sorry. 7:30, y'all. So yeah. But she was in a movie, I cannot, it seems like it was The Purge, but she was in a bus. She was in a bus with a bunch of other people. And what happened was they blew up the downtown, the windows, and they didn't mean to blow the windows out of where I live downtown with a bus explosion. I do that in quotation marks. but it did. It ended up actually blowing out the windows of the businesses downtown when they blew the bus up. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. Now I'm going to be singing that all day. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to be at this stop a bit longer. Yes, yes. Please have your snacks and drinks ready because you never know where the bus may stop when you're on here with Angie. She will take you round and round we go. Where we stop, we'll never know. Ooh, I know. Can't wait for Thanksgiving. That just made it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. Hey. Oh my God. And I keep hitting this damn microphone. Okay. 12-hour stream. No. But you know what? I would do a 12-hour stream. I would prepare things to do for a 12-hour stream. But you know what? There has to be an incentive. There just has to be. Y'all see my cute little things? I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and I got one of these. And I got that is called an electric guitar. Okay. And I'm saying this for a reason. Not everybody will understand why I'm saying it. And I got this one as well. This is an acoustic guitar. Okay. So there we go. Now, they have two totally different sounds. There's also one called a bass, which sounds different too. And so just so you know that is the difference between the two. And yeah. So I'm just going to leave this there. If you know on that one. And if you don't know, just thank the high heavens that you have no clue what I'm talking about and just ready for me to move on to the next topic. But aren't they cute? Oh my God. So here's what happened. I was looking at the pink one. Okay. But I wasn't going to buy it. And my husband was looking at the black one. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy him that. And I'm going to try to do it secretly. Guess what? He bought me the pink one. I bought him the black one. And we kind of gave them to each other. It's a good thing we didn't buy like one for, you know what I mean? Like one for ourselves and one for each other. But no, it was crazy that we were thinking the same thing, So, now the only thing that I'm saying is that somebody purchased what they called an acoustic, a very expensive acoustic guitar. Okay. And when they showed a video of a band playing said guitar, it was not an acoustic guitar that was being shown. It was not an acoustic guitar sound that was being played. And you got to understand that I grew up, my daddy played guitars. And I could never play, but I was brought up around them. And I know the difference, and I know the difference in sound. So, yes, that's why I'm saying that. Just some random non-YouTuber self, because they can't stay on YouTube long enough to have a channel. They go live somewhere else and they said this, and I'm like, well, that's not an acoustic guitar. But I don't talk in their chat. I really can't stand them. But I just happened to catch that. And yeah. Yes, my daddy played guitars. Yes. Who was the actress? The actress from what? Really? Dressing. Yes, dressing. Shout out to dressing. That is what people eat on Thanksgiving. Not stuffing. Dressing. There we go. Okay. Yes, I've seen those as well, Neon. I've seen, if it's a guitar, I've seen the double neck with the steel. I've seen the banjos. I've seen the actual steels where you sit. I've seen them. And she's talking about she had an acoustic. And then she says, yes, this. That's not an acoustic. Anyway, sorry. Yes, Phaser. Tragic restrings it from the attic. I didn't see it twice. I saw it once. And that was really the only, she's just, yeah. We're not going to introduce these people to that. I just wanted to share the difference because it drove me nuts. It did. It drove me. I was like, the one you couldn't think. Chloe Grace Moretz is the one that filmed, that I couldn't think of, that filmed near me. Oh, I was asleep around midnight, honey. You know I go to bed with the chickens. I have to. I get up so damn early. I am like an old lady. Like, I start getting sleepy around 7, 8 o'clock. And I make sure I got all my little duties done that I'm supposed to do, just so I can go to bed early. But I get up so damn early. And I think when I went on vacation, there was a little falter in that a little bit. And then I had a hard time getting up. And, yeah. So, yeah, just all that stuff. Hey, Bert. Hold on, y'all. This is bad. This is bad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta go to the doctor. I gotta get some hormones or something. It's like my skin will start glistening. I can't. Okay. All right, I was headed somewhere. Where was I headed to? I know I was going to talk about Perez Hilton, but I was going to talk about something else before that. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to start talking about Perez Hilton, and then it's going to come back to my brain. Anyway, okay. Oh, I was going to show y'all something. I remember now. One moment. One moment, please. Well, really, I guess I can kind of talk. Let's see. No, no. Bear with me. Okay, so anyway, I was just going to share a few little pictures with y'all. There's more, but I think I'm gonna just do maybe a few a day or something. But so I did go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and okay, so y'all remember that AMAC and I did the Chubby World, where we did a Wayne's World parody. This was the very first thing. Well, they showed, the very first thing that you walk into is like Saturday Night Live themed. So there was a lot of Saturday Night Live things going on around us. And anyway, this was off to the side. I took that and I actually immediately sent it to AMAC. So I was, had me thinking of it. What's up, Banks? And then, so I got the sign outside. And then there's that. Oh, now before we got there, if you've ever seen the Shawshank Redemption, it's got Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. And Tim Robbins goes to jail, and he's, you know, he goes through shit. But anyway, he ends up being able to escape. And then, anyway, this is the prison. So this was on the way there, and it looks like a castle. And evidently, they do concerts there. But that's what it looked. We didn't go on the tour. We didn't even know it was along the way. I just happened to be looking at the phone, and I was like, oh my God. And then we started seeing the signs, so we stopped. So anyway, that is the Shawshank Redemption prison. So, right there's that one. And then let's see. Share. Okay, so here's Cher. There's a couple of her outfits. I kind of thought that the place would be bigger, you know, the Hall of Fame itself. I loved it. It's absolutely a bucket list thing for me. It's crossed off. I would absolutely do it again. I would wait a few years for other things to be added, but I was expecting something a little bit different in my head. So, but there's that. This is Ozzy's stuff right here. So, some of the glasses. That is a finger piece, finger thing. And then there's the whole little setup of it. And here's Taylor. So Taylor had some costumes in there as well. And I was trying to get the Beastie Boys, and they had some Run DMC stuff. Let's see if that's actually on this one. So this was the Beastie Boys. You can kind of see they did like had little toy action figures or whatever. And then the Adidas with the chain. You know, there were people going around stealing these little things off hoods of cars back in the day. You know, the Beastie Boys, they were banned from coming to my hometown. They came there once, and then after that, they were banned. And let's see, they have so much stuff that isn't out on display because it is kind of small, man. And they're doing work down there. I mean, it's a full construction zone down there in Cleveland. And they could do so much more with this and make it such a bigger presentation. And then there's also floors that if you're handicapped, you can't get up. And I was very, very disappointed in the fact that I thought more Bon Jovi honestly would be there, and it wasn't. Now I had heard that they had done a big thing on Bon Jovi, up in that top room. I guess that's where they changed the theme of that top room. And that when I went, it was Wings. When Paul McCartney was in the band Wings, this whole top floor was dedicated to that. In which for a lot of people, it's Paul McCartney. It's like, holy shit, this is great. But, I see that and I see nothing of Bon Jovi. I'm looking all over. The only thing I find of Bon Jovi is a signature. And I got pictures, y'all. It was the little signature block of, where he signs in because he's part of the Hall of Fame. Like, that's all I have of Bon Jovi, I think. So anyway, right here, we're into some Michael Jackson stuff, which if you know me, I love Michael Jackson. I do. I absolutely adore him. He's one of my all-time favorites. I think I showed y'all one. I still have my original Thriller album, if y'all weren't here for that one. Okay, I'm going back, but I got more of Michael Jackson. Hold on. Which I thoroughly loved. I'm not going to say that I did not enjoy it because I absolutely freaking did. Oh, check. Okay, hold on. Ooh, let me. All right, let me. Okay. So Binky, thank you for the coffee. Okay, I finally found out that dressing and stuffing are the same thing. Sorry for disagreeing with you all. No, they're not. Nay, 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 nay. They're not. They're not the same thing. Damn it. Stuffing, you stuff in the bird, right? And it's made differently. Like it just has a different taste. Dressing, you just, especially cornbread dressing, which is what I do. I just do my corn. You put it all together and you bake it like a casserole, but it's not a casserole. It's dressing. You put hen in it because hen is the best to debone and put in your dressing. And we'll go over that closer to Thanksgiving. But, and y'all know, if you know me, which like Banks has been around me like for a long time, this has always been an issue, and they are not they're not the same thing. But we can all agree to disagree. So, yeah, stuffing is in the turkey's ass. That's right. It's not dressing. Okay. Thank you so much, Binky. I appreciate you. Okay. All right. Where was I? Baser. I see that. See what you're doing there. Okay. So let me move on to my showing y'all some of my trip. Okay. So this is Michael Jackson. They got some of his costume, but this is, let's see, that's what I love. I took that picture right there. I immediately started sending it. I'm like, look, it's his glove. I was all excited over the glove, y'all. Why am I going back? Okay. And here is some of Def Leppard. That was so cool. I just feel like they could just do so much more with the place, but I love the fact they had a lot of like music when people actually wrote their songs. It's amazing what they found to actually write them on. There's a lot of those displayed in places. Alice Cooper. I love me some Alice Cooper. He is such a cool person too. Like his personality. Like when you actually hear him speak and stuff and he's not in makeup, God, he is such a cool person. And then there's Heart, y'all. Barracuda. Yeah. There was a part, it was called Women of Rock or Women in Metal. It was something like that. Anyway, it was a whole section of women rockers, which I loved. And so it's kind of mixed up a little bit, but all right. So I'm starting back over with that. Look at me going a full 2 hours. I could probably go longer. I can't. I got to log into work, but let's see. Stop. Okay. Then, okay, here's the last little set I was going to show today. They call me Big Papa. So they had the Notorious B.I.G. and his mom actually dedicated or sent in, whatever they call it, some of his stuff for display there. It had the jersey and then the chain. Grandma will give me that chain. Anyway, if you know, you know. And then yeah, some of the outfits right there. We spent, I don't know how long at this particular location. My husband had to read every little word. My husband, he loves the old school rap, like the 90s and all that. He was, yeah, that's who he was when I met him. Totally opposite of me. Now I like the old school rap. I mean, I know it all. I trust me, I know it all. Do some 3-6 Mafia. I can do just because of my husband. Now he's just as country as the day is long. And then I thought it was cute to grab this in the set that I was going to show today of the Dave Matthews Band because of what we had talked about the other day about the Dave Matthews Band. And so anyway, I thought it was funny to grab them. I said, you know what? I'm going to show them. They'll get it. If they were in there that day, we talked about Poopgate. They'll get it. Hell yeah, Chaos Kiwi. They did have something of Joan Jett and Lita Ford. I probably took over 500 pictures. So I'm just pulling out like right, and then it starts over. So that's all I've got for today. They did have some of Joan Jett, and it wasn't much though. It was like I was very disappointed in what they had as far as all the people that are in the Hall of Fame. And like I said, and it was no freaking Bon Jovi. Like, where the hell is Bon Jovi? I love Bon Jovi. But they had this whole top section dedicated to the Wings band. But I get it. I mean, Paul McCartney is like very, very... he was a Beatle, you know? So, yeah. Chubby, I know I was supposed to get you something. What was I supposed to get you? I was supposed to get you something. And I probably inadvertently did, to be fair. I took a picture of everything I think they had, to be honest. I do have I do have Clapton. I do. I will look back. I do got Clapton. I've got Clapton when he was just Eric Clapton. And then when he was the band. It's happening, y'all. My brain. The band with Eric Clapton. Y'all know. Anyway, okay. So, cream, get on top. Cream. Who sings it? Y'all tell me. I got it, Chevy. Who sings that song though? Cream, get on top. Cream. Come on, quick. Don't ask. There you go, Chubby Scorpion. Bow. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, today we've talked about a lot of different things going on. And we went all the way to Ohio. We've dropped down to 19 viewers now. So fuck y'all. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. They didn't care about my trip. I look like the boring old lady bringing out her vacation pictures. But you know what? They're not boring pictures. They're actually very good pictures. And you're just jealous. I'm kidding. Of course. And then it dropped. It immediately, the numbers start going back up. Is she done with the pictures yet? That's funny as hell right there. Okay. Well, I thought they were good pictures, Neon. See, and that's got me thinking maybe I don't need to show any more pictures. Maybe people don't want to see my pictures of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I thought they were good. So, W stream ladies. Who the hell else is here? Do I got somebody in my pocket? I don't think we didn't end up eating anywhere downtown. I do know that we ate at a now when we went on down to where we were staying, there was a Mexican place there. And it was like, my husband was he was like, this is authentic. I'm like, well, this is disgusting. I did not like it. It had some chili thing. You pull out the chili and it's like, no. Then they wouldn't let me do chicken for beef. And I don't care for chicken. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. That's even got me where I don't even want to go to eat Mexican food at my favorite Mexican restaurant, which is authentic enough for me. Mexican people fix it there. How come that's not authentic? And this is, I don't get it. Anyway, yes. I visited Lake Erie. I got to swim in Lake Erie, y'all. And it was very nice. So real quick, and then I know I got to end. I may be back tomorrow. I've missed y'all. I'm enjoying this. But he approached me. He said, we're going on a vacation. We're just going. He said, do you want destination or do you want beach? Well, I'm always a destination person. I'm not a beach person, but I'll go. Right. So he did some thinking and he planned out this trip. So we got destination and we got beach and we got bucket list. So he did an amazing job planning this trip. And now he's in love with it up there on the lake. And that's where he's wanting to retire. So there's that. Oh, Buzz. Thank you. Hello, Jake. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for keeping me company while working, Angie. Yeah, now I gotta go to work. So, everybody, I want you guys to have an amazing day. And I will, well, let's see. I don't got any, what you call it? In, what you call them thing? Read your rates. Let's see. Let's see. Add. I tell you what. I'll probably just send y'all to the state boys of Louisiana. But anyway, tomorrow we will be talking about the Lindsay Clancy trial as well. There's a lot of things I want to say about the Lindsay Clancy trial. If you have not watched it, maybe you should catch up on it. It's very interesting. And I have a lot of thoughts on it. Also, real quick. Yeah, let me just put it for the state boys, save it. All right, done. I did a story. If anybody's here and you're just listening, you're not chatting or whatever, if you are from my true crime base, I did a story for my actual hometown of Phoenix City, Alabama. Now, did she just dox herself? No, that's been out there a long time. It's everywhere. Anyway, there was a case there, and a 5-year-old sweet little girl, Princess Kamari. She was kidnapped, and there was a lot of things, if you can think of it in your mind, and probably things you can't think. This man that kidnapped her did this to this 5-year-old little girl. Well, he was put down like the dog he is. He was put down the other day. And somebody commented, because that video is going out, because I have a video on it. It's called Kamari Princess. Anyway, it's in my true crime section. And somebody wanted me to do a follow-up on the sentencing. I'm like, and I responded to him. I said, I sure will. You know, they just executed him like the other day, like the 11th, I think. So, yeah. So good riddance. You know, he went straight to hell. And even that, I think, is too good for him. But I may do like a little response video. So if y'all see a video comes out that says, is she going back to true crime? No. But what I always said I would do, if anything changes on what I've covered, that I will try to put something out there. And there's been changes on a couple of them, and I haven't done what I want to. This one, though, I guess I don't. Anyway, he's gone. He gone. And okay. So I'm fixing to leave y'all, and I'll hopefully be back tomorrow. Hopefully I would like to get back to 5 days a week, but YouTube, y'all got to do y'all's thing. Y'all got to get with it. You know, just get with it, man. All right, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.